Hi, I'm Andy Shaughnessey for Real Time with Designers Day. I'm here with Scott McCurdy. How you doing, Scott?
Good to see you.
Good. Scott is the Business Development Manager for Freedom CAD and President of the Orange County Designers Council.
That's correct.
So why don't you tell us a little about what you're doing? I know you're speaking here at Designers Day.
Yeah, in about 20 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, actually it's been a great event. We had a couple of great speakers this morning that I think really inspired the designers, and I think there's a fair amount of deer in the headlights look, because you know what's really great is they're looking ahead, and I think that we've got Dieter Bergman from the IPC gave a really good talk this morning, and I think a lot of things that we're pointing toward high density interconnect and the challenges that are facing us from a fabrication and design perspective. And our second speaker, Dan Smith, he's a HDI, kind of filled the shoes of Happy Holden, and has done just a great job again, inspiring the designers as to this is happening. This is what you've got to become proficient in, and it's I mean it's going to be some challenges that that the designers are going to have to step over.
And I know the Designers Council has been pretty active in trying to further the education of designers and trying to get people more involved.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm the You said I'm the president of the Orange County chapter down in Southern California. Have been for the past 7 years. We've grown that chapter to the largest in the country, and part of what I'm going to be talking about is the involvement to get involved. And where do you learn this stuff? I mean, now we've seen these challenges that are going to be facing the designers, and I mean, Dan's talking about 0.25 millimeter devices, and one of the guys in the audience is working with 4,600 pin devices, and it's kind of like, oh my Lord, how are we going to address this? Yeah. And so, our chapter, our last meeting was about breaking out of large BGAs, and we had Charles File there, and we had 101 people show up for that meeting.
That's good.
We averaged 69 people during 2009, and it's so important for designers to, it's just a long lunch, guys. Convince your employer that you've got to get some training. You've got to be, you've got to be exposed to the techniques and the technologies that are coming down the road, or we're going to watch this industry have a real tough time meeting the demands of the chip industry is putting upon us, and that these products need to have.
Right, because they're not getting the education like in the 70s and 80s when we had the captives. The designers would get their training.
Where's the R&D coming from?
Right.
We've got to share, and so I think having a network of local chapters. I think there's 32 chapters around the country. Maybe half of them are really active in doing things. And I think look, it's all volunteer. I mean, it's like, and it's not a big deal to get involved. You get so much more out of it than you put into it. But
people say it's hard to carve out time. I ask people all the time. They said, well, I'm in the Designers Council, but hey, I don't have a whole lot of time. And
you know what? Let me say this. For us, it's 11:30 to 1:30, once every other month.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a big commitment. You're going to have to eat lunch anyway, and it's such a tremendous networking opportunity. I mean, look, you just got to figure out and talk to people that are doing what you're doing. Same things that you're doing, finding out what they're, I mean, just making friends and contacts that are going to help you with, continuing to expand what you do. And then, of course, through the IPC, you can kind of take that next step and become certified. And that's another thing that was talked about this morning, is that they've been talking for a few years about some focus modules that, okay, you can become a CID and a CID plus, but kind of what else is there? And they've pretty much got finished up the HDI module, which they're going to be finishing up. Dan's heading that up. Finish that up for later this summer, and hopefully September, October actually be having classes that people can go to get the HDI training and become certified in high density interconnect. I think that's a very exciting opportunity.
That's good. You guys are getting a lot done. It's good to hear.
Yeah. No, and this has been a great show. I think that the designers are getting a lot out of this, and I think if they go back and they go, wow, there's a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. We're going to have to, you know, really take advantage and learn the technologies and the techniques, because these chips, those balls aren't getting further apart, and there's not less balls. I mean, it's, you know, it's there's a lot to do in printed circuit design besides connecting the dots.
Yeah. Well, you got to stay current because it's changing so fast.
Absolutely.
So. All right, Scott. Appreciate you stopping by.
All right. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you.
Great show. Enjoying it.
Oh, me too. Again, I was speaking with Scott McCurdy of Freedom CAD. I'm Andy Shaughnessey for Real Time with Designers Day. Thanks for watching.